Take whatever you desire, Lord. I wanna be tried, purified. You take whatever you, Lord, here's my life. Here's my worship. Take joy in it. Make it your dwelling place. I want to put a smile on your face. I present my life to you. I present my life to clean my head. Purify. I give it all as a sign. Please receive this offering, Lord. I want to burn. I want to burn. I want to burn. One more time, as loud as you can. Clean my head. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. This is our desire. This is our prayer. This is our desire. Take my life as a sacrifice. I want to burn only for you. I want to be tried by. You take whatever. Lord, here's my life. I want to be tried by. Purified. You take, Lord, here's my life. You take whatever you. Oh.
Welcome to Sports Therapy. Sports Therapy is a sports and entertainment TV show that deals with previews and reviews from all sporting faculties, from football, basketball, tennis, and boxing. I won't be doing this alone because I have celebrity guests in the studios with me as we discuss their favorite teams and why they support those sporting faculties. This show is segmented into 3 different sections. The first segment delves deep into analysis of the sporting faculty for the day, after which we go to the streets to take the views of the people on their favorite teams and predictions. And we give results of the week just passed. The second segment has to do with the celebrity guest in Studio B.
So if we need a striker, I think we need someone else to replace Lacazette for us to get to where the game exactly is.
And the third segment has to do with the trivial games of knowledge.
Mayweather has stayed in the States from Boston, so I think he is the best.
Catch me live on this station from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. every Wednesday.
Hi, when it comes to trending stories in the world of entertainment, you need an authentic platform to keep you updated.
That's where we come in with EP Xtra on EP Radio TV.
On EP Extra, we bring you the most informative and interesting stories in the world of entertainment.
Coupled with the general public opinion on trending issues, we also bring you podcasts on social media.
A segment of EP Extra which highlights on social media trends for the day. So join me, Kelvin Fnk.
And me, Iris Tax. With me, your hot gossip.
At this time, live on EP Radio TV Africa. Follow us on our various social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
EP Extra, your infotainment hub.
Alright, it's the middle of the week already, and we are back to the studios of EPTV Africa. My name is Kelvin Fnk, and I'm here with
Ray Benson. As you always know, it's an entertaining time to bring you both entertainment and sports, and I won't be doing this alone today.
Yes.
My man is here with me.
Yes. So I hope the past couple of days has been great for you. So today I'll be anchoring the EP Extra segment. Let me just take you through a couple of headlines I'll be bringing to you today. On today's EP Extra, I'll be talking to you about a call from one of Ghana's, I'll call him an entertainment guru. I'm talking about Bulldog, who we all know, or we used to know as Bulldog, who is now known as Bulldog, saying that Ghanaians should stop pressuring artists, because if a Nigerian artist cannot pack up the sports stadium, so they should not be. I'm sure you might have an hint to why he's bringing out this opinion. I'll be bringing you details about that. And later on, there's someone else who is also back in the news, and it's DJ Copy. Did I pronounce that correct? Is it Copy or Copy?
It's Copy. It's Copy.
Yeah, DJ Copy. So DJ Copy is back in the news, and she's letting her fans know the duration it took for her and her partner to actually not just find love, but take their relationship to a next level. And I'm sure it's something you all would want to know. And finally, on EP Extra, we'll also be talking to you about something that I won't say the sex community, but basically that is exactly what it is, about the fact that Joe Biden in the United States of America has passed a federal bill. This one is not just a state bill, a federal bill in protecting same-sex marriage and all that. And doing his declaration or signing of the bill, some Grammy artists, Grammy award winners performed, Sam Smith and a whole lot of others, are pretty much exciting. So those are pretty much the headlines I will be bringing to you on today's EP Extra, and Ray's just going to be taking you through the headlines he has for you on sports therapy.
Yes, sports therapy. We have a packed lineup today. I mean, first of all, Argentina went through. Our first headline for today: Argentina went through to the final. I mean, yet again, for 3 World Cups, they've been to 2 finals as it seems. Messi was on the score sheet, and they made it to the final. Our next headline is Morocco is facing off France in what would be a very interesting game, mostly for Africans, because we're all rooting for Morocco to get to that final and win the tournament as a whole. Next on our headline is France is not going to have 2 key players with them. Find out who it is when we come back from the break. And lastly, Erik ten Hag is saying that he is worried about his winger Jadon Sancho. So that and more when we come back from the break. Stick and stay, don't go anywhere.
When it comes to trending stories in the world of entertainment, you need an authentic platform to keep you updated.
That's where we come in with EP Extra on EP Radio TV.
On EP Extra, we bring you the most informative and interesting stories in the world of entertainment.
Coupled with the general public opinion on trending issues, we also bring you podcasts on social media.
A segment on EP Extra which highlights on social media trends for the day. So join me, Kelvin Fnk,
And me, Irene Pax. With me, your hot gossip.
at this time live on EP Radio TV Africa. Follow us on our various social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
EP Extra, your infotainment hub.
Alright, you welcome back. If you're just logging on, the program is EP Extra and Sports Therapy, and we are coming to you live from our studios here in Accra, Ghana. Follow us on our various social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. It's EPTV Africa. You can also log on to our website www.eptvafrica.com and our radio platform epradioafrica.com. So let me take you straight into today's EP Extra properly about top stories of happening in the entertainment industry for the past couple of days now. So firstly, in Ghana, Bulldog is saying that nobody should worry any Ghanaian artist to fill the O2 Arena or the Madison Square Garden. Now, Bulldog or Bulldog, I'm used to calling him Bulldog. I prefer the Bulldog. Yes, let's leave it like that. Please, it's my own opinion. Let's leave it like that. So he's a key player in the entertainment industry, and we all know that he's very, very outspoken when it comes to issues surrounding the entertainment industry. We don't want to get into his past, experiences and all that. But let's talk a bit about what his comment is coming from, or the reason he's making this particular comment, saying to the general public, especially Ghanaians, that they should stop pressuring the Ghanaian artists to fill up the Madison Square or the O2 Arena. Now, mind you, these two centers have a capacity of over 20,000, and he is saying that because a Nigerian artist could not fill up the sports stadium in Ghana, So they should not have so much high expectations for the Ghanaian artist. Now his comments or his opinions is coming at the back of the fact that Whiskey did not turn out for his event, which took place a couple of days ago. And according to a whole lot of reports, it is due to the fact that the turnout for the event was not as what he expected. Some people were saying the place was packed. Some people were saying the place was just filled with like around 5,000 thereabouts. And the Accra Sports Stadium has a large capacity. And if our very own Whiskey will go and perform for just, let's just assume for just like 2,000 or 3,000 people, that might be a demeaning to his musical career and the platforms he's performed on over the past couple of years now. So Bulldog is saying that Ghanaians or the general public should stop pressuring Ghanaian artists to fill up the O2 Arena or the Madison Square Garden, because let's face the fact right now, in Nigerian artists, the very, very, very own Whiskey, our very own Whiskey, could not fill up their Accra Sports Stadium. Now, mind you, if we even want to really get into this particular discussion, there's never been, I don't know, unless I stand to be corrected, have there ever been a concert where a single, headlining artist from Ghana, a Ghanaian artist, take his event to the Accra Sports Stadium? First and foremost, I want to ask the event organizers what came to mind. What were they on to just conclude that if they bring Whiskey, he's going to fill up that place? But at the end of the day, that is what is coming from Bulldog or Bulldog. He's saying that the general public should stop putting pressure on Ghanaian artists to fill up the O2 Arena and the Madison Square, because a Nigerian artist could not fill up just the Accra Sports Stadium here in Ghana. We'll see what pans out for Miss Camp in the next couple of days. Now, something interesting to still discuss in the music industry in Ghana is the fact that Stonebwoy is built to perform at the 2022 FIFA Fan Festival. So this festival has pretty much started already, and in the next couple of days, our very own Stonebwoy will be performing, and that I feel it's I would call it a settlement to the Ghanaian side, because we know how the fact that the Black Stars did not pull through to the finals and all that, but and we still did not see any Ghanaian artists in the official FIFA song. So probably, Stonebwoy performing at the fan festival, might make them calm down. It's something they should celebrate, because now their own, or our very own, is now part of the entire 2022 FIFA celebration and all that. So I think it's something that is worth celebrating, and he's going to be having his performance, I think, on the 16th. Yes, on the 16th of this month. So in the coming days, we'll see what pounds are. But I think this is something that Ghanaians should be excited about, in as much as the Black Stars broke a lot of people's hearts, excluding mine, and I'm sure Ray's heart is also broken in somehow. When he's back, he's going to tell you about that. So yes, Stonebwoy to perform at 2022 FIFA Fan Festival, which, as I said, is already ongoing. Now, Stonebwoy is not the only artist that is built to perform. There are a whole list of artists that will be performing, or some that have started performing already. So on the list, we have a whole lot of them now. Cosmicat is also performing, Paul is performing, Stonebwoy is there, and Sean is also performing. These are the upcoming artists, but Stonebwoy is going to be performing on the 16th of December. Now, prior to this date, the festival is already kickstarting, and artists like Patoranking, Kings Daniels have had their turn to perform to the fans of FIFA 2022 fans. So yes, in the coming days, we'll see what pans out. We are still gearing up to know what the team that will be taking off the trophy at the end of the day. All the best to Stonebwoy on that particular one. Now, away from Stonebwoy's story and the whole Ghana music industry, let's move into Nigeria, there where I'll call it the discussion part. So a couple of days ago, it was circulating on social media on the fact that Billionaire's daughter, DJ Cuppy, is engaged. Now, she's come out to reveal how long she met a fiancé before he proposed. Now, according to DJ Cuppy, he's saying that she found love in an unexpected place, for an unexpected person, and it's quite interesting, because according to her, it's not as if they've met for like many years, or they've been in relationship for so long. According to DJ Cuppy, she posted on social media stating that I can officially announce that I'm engaged Only 25 days ago, during and she hashtagged the driving rally, I met the love of my life. Sometimes you fall for the most unexpected person at the most unexpected time and for the most unexpected reason. We want to know. You see, we want to know. Instead of we want to know that reason that is unexpected, that you found the person and you also fell in love. And she said, I love you deeply at Ryan Taylor. And these two have been dating for less than a month before Taylor proposed. Come on. Okay, question. You know, in this part of the world where people believe that you need to study somebody, you need to take your time, you need to stretch, you need to let me use a pidgin. They say you follow the person reach house before you will decide if you want to get married to the person. We are pretty much in the 21st century where this doesn't really work anymore. The longer it takes, the more they fell out of love for each other. But right now, DJ Copy is letting us know that it was just within 25 days she met the love of her life, and within that 25 days he's proposed and they will be getting married pretty soon. We hope that this is not just going to be another one of those relationships. Yeah, when I say those relationships, some of you would know what I'm talking about if you've been following the celebrity track records when it comes to their relationship and their personal life, especially the ones that have been flaunting their updates, giving their update about their relationship on social media. Well, let's see what pans out for DJ Copy. So DJ Copy reveals how long it took her to meet the love of her life and the fact that they are already engaged and getting plans are already on the way for their marriage to happen. And somebody else still on that particular story came out to also reveal that an actress Chika Agu reveals she got engaged to her husband 4 days after they met. So whilst DJ Copy is saying that it took her 25 days, within 25 days the love of her life proposed, somebody else is also coming to back her up saying that for her it's just 4 days. Question, I'll use the phrase, where will I define this love? Because this is a love some people still don't get. This is a destination some people still don't get. Even after spending 5, 10, 15, 20 years in relationship, they are still cutting. We don't know what they cut about. So people are getting married after meeting in 4 years and some in 25 days. Well, let's see what pans out for DJ Copy. We are hoping that this one turns out to be something interesting. Now, away from DJ Copy's story, let me move into the Nollywood movie industry. And I'm not talking about a film. I'm talking about the artists or somebody related to the artist. So, former lover of Nollywood actress Nkechi Blessing takes a dig at Naija Yeye British. Interesting. This is something that some people might find funny, because for the past couple of days now we've been hearing or we've been seeing tons of backlash from celebrities who have left their lovers and are trying to find ways to get on. I don't know if they are trying to really get the whole social media attention, but one thing we should know is the fact that Falegan official has said that Nigeria's Yeye British, once you dump them, their next confession is I fed him. They would lie to gain recognition or respect. Kilode. Now this is coming at the back end of the fact that not only his relationship with Nkechi Blessing has been on social media back and forth, where they've been giving their own side of the story, and the most recent person to have her relationship on social media again is Tonto Dike. And we don't want to talk about Tonto Dike, but what we're talking about today is the fact that politician and Nkechi's Blessing's former lover has come out to reveal that these Yeye British we have in Nollywood, immediately they are dumped, they tend to want to bring out things that are unnecessary, saying that they fed the person and all that. But at the end of the day, we are hoping that the whole Yeye British thing comes to an end, and our celebrities in the industry comes to the fact that you know how to separate your personal life, especially your relationship, from your public life. People are used to them entertaining us on screen, and that is what I'm sure a lot of people would want to still enjoy, not their Yeye British according to Folajin's allegations and all that. So he is saying that all the celebrities, immediately they are dumped, especially the ladies, they will start revealing some facts which might not be true on the fact that they have fed the person for years and all that. But probably they are angry. But at the end of the day, let's see what pans out in the coming days. Now, before I move to my final story for today's EP Xtra, In Ghana, I'll take you back to Ghana because this was supposed to come earlier on, but pardon me, I skipped it, but my producer just drew my attention. I'm going to give it to you right now. So in Ghana now, we all know that the current situation of the country's economy is, in as much as the government is putting their effort to curb the old downfall of the currency, and we are seeing little changes, little gradually, little baby steps and all that, the country still owes certain international bodies. But now, in order for them to curb this particular economic crisis, they are going to demand for more borrowing, more loans. The question we want to ask the general public is the fact that now we know that the city is still struggling and the government still owes. They are going to borrow more from IMF. And yes, in as much as the fact that IMF has approved the loan of $3 billion US. Again, an extra. Now the phrase is extra $3 billion US. When you hear the phrase extra, that is to tell you that there's already a previous debt. But let me not drag this particular story too much. There's because of this particular discussion, my colleague Irene Parks went into the streets to ask a cross section of the Ghanaian public what they think about the government still borrowing, regardless of the fact that they owe and they are yet to pay the previous ones, and the people are being taxed unnecessarily to pay previous debt and loans, but they are still going to borrow more. And well, let's just hear what the general public has to say about this. So over to you, Irene Parks.
Hello, my name is Irene Parks. You're on the street asking the general public if they think the IMF loan is going to boost the economy or damage it.
Because ya jaja yenwu ni omode nti nebe se senyamia ya dum no omonsa kadia omonche ni na obi an sanka ni de odebe ko fama me se mensa kamedia me ya cabinet me de betu akototo to materials na de me da ye edwuma muso me bibi kaka me da hyem
oh e kana na ye bede esi akodi ba kuno yintima anya hwe ade na chese second one ni bitima ye bibi e kana na ye bede nti esre no mo man musa no man kwade ka ni bi no man ni ntimi hwe se bi fufuro betima akoso amaya man ko diske bia esre no why the why na ye
No. The loan is not important because we it's a long time we have been taking loans from other countries. When they take those money, I mean nothing positive from it. Always they will spend that money, they will eat that money. So that money they should stop it. Yeah. We have so many resources in Ghana here. Yeah. So they can even use those resources to build our country.
Okay, this is what the people are saying. Let's move back to the studio.
So that was a cross section of the Ghanaian public giving their opinions as to if it is still, important, or if it's still good for the government to go for extra loans, facing the fact that the country's economy is still trying to get back on its feet. Thank you very much, Irene, for having an interaction with the cross section of the Ghanaian public. Now, mind you, according to the government, the $3 billion US IMF loan deal will help to tackle inflation and strengthen the cedi, which we all know has been cedi down. But now, as you heard, the finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta has also hailed the staff level agreement with the International Monetary Fund for a new 3-year agreement under the extended credit facility ECF of about $3 billion US. Now, according to them, the agreement was reached after several months of talks between Ghanaian government officials and authorities of the IMF. It's not just about IMF offering to give the government or the country or the nation the money. It's firstly if it is going to be used appropriately. Now, according to them, the major reason they are taking this loan is to help tackle inflation and strengthen the cedi compared to other international currencies. But let's hope that it is not something that will turn out or turn against the nation, and the citizens or the taxpayers will be asked to pay more again, because right now we know that the taxpayers, what they are demanding from the taxpayers is way way too much. So there you have it. Now, away from that, let me move into my final story for today's EP Extra. Don't forget that the program is the EP Extra with me, Kelvin Fnk, and Ray is going to be joining you guys pretty soon with sports therapy. And we are coming to you from our studios here in Accra, Ghana. If you're just logging on, you've kind of missed majority of our today's EP Extra stories, but you can have a replay on our various social media handles that is scrolling right now on your screen. On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube is EP TV Africa. On our website, it's eptvafrica.com and epradioafrica.com. Let me move into my final story for today, where Grammy Award winners Sam Smith and Lauper perform their hits as President Biden signs historic same-sex marriage bill. So for the past couple of years now, it is, the same-sex, being legalized in America has been between each state and their discretion, even to a point where some of the states, after passing the bill, has come out to say that no, they would not want to accept same-sex marriage in their state and all that. But this time around, Joe Biden, the president of the United States, has passed an official bill to indicate that now there's going to be federal protection for couples or those in the whole, same-sex marriage, heterosexual, and every other thing that is packed in that particular bill. Now, during his announcement or signing of the bill, which a lot of Americans believe to be historic, Sam Smith, we all know Sam Smith. Now, Sam Smith, basically, this guy has changed his gender. He say no day in between again. Is by something binary or by interesting. So Sam Smith had a time to perform there, and mind you, Sam Smith is a Grammy Award winner. Sam Smith and as well as Lauper also performed. Now, according to these two, they believe that this bill being signed by the federal government in the United States is a huge protection for the LGBTQ plus community in America. And they keep trying to want to push it on the Africans, and I wouldn't want to have that discussion. But what we are talking about today is the fact that Grammy Award winners Sam Smith and Lauper performed their hit songs as President Biden signs a historic same-sex marriage bill in the United States. So yeah, all over the United States at the moment is pretty much a celebration for the LGBTQ community, and Sam Smith is a frontliner when it comes to that, because and Sam Smith and Lauper as well, he's also a frontliner for the the other side. I just want to see what pans. We know definitely there's going to be reactions from each state, because prior to now, the state has it to their own discretion to approve it or not. It was not compelled on them to approve it under the federal law. But now that the bill has been signed into law by Joe Biden, the president, that means there's federal protection. The state doesn't have an authority anymore. So if it happens to be in a state where, or if you happen to be in a state, give you the protection, now you're not standing under the state's protection. Again, you're standing under federal protection. That is what basically the bill means. And it's as they say, it's a huge, or it's an historic move for the LGBTQ community, and we'll see what pans out. And in the coming days, I'll bring into you reactions from both sides, because there are still a lot of people, or a couple of people, who disagree with Joe Biden's passing this bill into law. So those are basically the top stories I have for you on today's EP Extra, which has been happening in the past couple of days now. Ray is still here in the studio with me. Ray, you're here with me, correct?
Correct. I'm here to bring you sports updates on sport therapy. I mean, there's a whole lot for you to be excited about, but let's go on this quick commercial break.
Yeah.
When we come back, it's sports therapy. Welcome to Sports Therapy. Sports Therapy is a sports and entertainment TV show that deals with previews and reviews from all sporting faculties, from football, basketball, tennis, and boxing. I won't be doing this alone, because I have celebrity guests in the studios with me as we discuss their favorite teams and why they support those sporting faculties. This show is segmented into 3 different sections. The first segment delves deep into analysis of the sporting faculty for the day, after which we go to the streets to take the views of the people on their favorite teams and predictions. And we give results of the week just passed. The second segment has to do with the celebrity guest in Studio B.
So if we need a striker, I think we need someone else to replace Lacazette for us to get to where the game exactly is.
And the third segment has to do with the trivial games of knowledge.
Mayweather has changed the face of boxing, so I think he is the best.
catch me live on this station from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. every Wednesday. Welcome back from that break. Yes, now it's sports therapy with, the man of the moment, like Kevin always says, Ray. So let's get straight into it. On our headlines today, our first headline today, Argentina has finally made it again to another World Cup final where, the whole GOAT status is hanging heavy on a certain Lionel Messi, and he delivered the goods yesterday. Can he get them that elusive title of world champions like Maradona did before him to cement and finally take a hold of that GOAT status? Greatest of all time, like we all know him to be, or a few people know him to be. He's a great player, and they had a very wonderful game against Croatia yesterday, who somewhat played into Argentina's game plan, because we all know Argentina, a talented side. They have Di Maria, Lionel Messi, Martinez, Emiliano Martinez in goal. You can't beat him. The defense has Otamendi, Romero, star-studded side. Croatia, we know, a team playing like side. They play as a team. They don't go individually. But they were picked apart yesterday by an Argentine side that seemed to be fully focused on not just getting to the final, but winning a trophy. And they ran out 3-0 winners, as 2 goals came from Julian Alvarez and a penalty from Lionel Messi. Messi was unplayable yesterday. Croatia found it hard to cope with his movement, his runs in behind, his passes, and the run to the 3rd goal. Man, I'm not really much of a Messi fan, but when I see a good goal, I appreciate a good goal. And that takes Argentina to their 2nd final in 3 World Cups. Kind of a good omen for them, but will they finally get it? Or will they be the Netherlands, who has been to almost 4 or 5 World Cup finals and are yet to win the title? Let's see if Messi's GOAT status would be cemented. We've lost 1 GOAT out of the tournament. Are we losing another GOAT? Messi stated that this will be, he's glad that his last World Cup game would be a World Cup final. Let's hope he wins it. As an African, I'm hoping he doesn't, because that leads me to my next story. Morocco is facing up with France today as a place in the World Cup final is up for grabs. I can't tell you, I can't hide my excitement. We're all happy that they are here. First of all, they made history in getting to this point, semi-final of the tournament. No African team has ever been there. Uruguay stopped us from getting there, 2010. We thought we could get revenge, but as things may be, Morocco had better plans for Africa, and now they are there. We're strongly behind them. You can feel the whole African spirit rooting for Morocco today to knock France out, and it's not about knocking France out, getting to the final and losing. Like, when you lose a final, you're just the first among all losers. We want that trophy. We want the trophy brought back to Africa. That trophy should be toured around almost all the African states when Morocco win it. And I'm saying when because I'm so confident. In the studios here, we've had discussions. So they face up with the France side, who has been dominant, and Kylian Mbappe, Olivier Giroud, they've been scoring goals for fun. Can they finally stop this France side from scoring? If possible, I'm predicting it to get to penalties, and maybe magically Mbappe will be the one who misses that key penalty to send Morocco to the final. So we're rooting for Morocco today, and we really, really hope they can make Africa proud. And still on that particular game, moving to my next headline for today, France will be without 2 somewhat key players going into this game in Adrien Rabiot and Dayot Upamecano. The 2 of them have been Upamecano is currently ill, but Adrien Rabiot was diagnosed with a muscle problem that was going to keep him out, hopefully, from what the doctors said, for only this game. So they are looking at getting to the final and probably getting Rabiot to play, because he has had an excellent tournament in the absence of the likes of Kante and Paul Pogba. He stood up in that midfield, and people who wrote him off after his collapsed move to Manchester United, they're kind of seeing why Manchester United wanted him in the first place, and that's good news for him. But he has a setback of missing this Moroccan game tonight against Morocco, and they are hoping he'll be back for the final, which we don't want him to play in. And we don't want to see any France player there, because we know Morocco will be there. So then that leads me to my last story, which moves away from the whole World Cup. We're coming back to club football gradually, as we see players who have left the World Cup going back to their clubs and trying to settle in and get up to speed before the season resumes after December 18th, where the World Cup final takes place. So now coming to club football, Erik ten Hag has made mention that despite the lengthy break of club football, his winger, or his expensive winger in Jadon Sancho, would not still be ready for the resumption of the league, and he hasn't put a timeline as to when Jadon Sancho will be fully fit to play again. He says, and I quote, that this is a huge blow for us because Jadon has been one of the standout performers of the team when the season began, but he had an injury that has kept him sidelined, and I can't tell specifically when he would be back in action. So for Manchester United fans, they are sad, but we have a certain Alexander Garnacho that has been on fire, and I mean, he has literally made people forget there's a certain Jadon Sancho who currently doesn't have a return date to his injury, and that's sad for him. I mean, he didn't go to the World Cup, he had a good start to the season, and now injuries are coming. But as a footballer, these are things that you learn to deal with, and hopefully he can get back on the pitch and get scoring again. So that's what I have for you for sports. I mean, I would want to see comments, I want to see reactions from we're all Africans. And when there are times like this, we should come together. And I'm talking about supporting Morocco. I don't know if you are in Qatar and you are watching me. Give them fire. Jama should be hot. We are blending everything together to support Morocco, to bring back the trophy back to Africa. So today, it is either go big or don't even go at all. So wherever you're supporting from, be it on social media, if you're in Qatar, if you're in the stadium, make it hot. Let the French know that yes, they've stolen enough players from us. They have a lot of players that they claim are French players, but they're Africans. Let's show them the true Africans, that we are the true Africans as we go behind Morocco today. So leave your comments in the comment sections. Hopefully on Friday when I come back to give you more updates, we'll all be positive and reading those comments in a joyous mood as we support Morocco. But that's all I bring for you today on Sport Therapy. If you're just tuning in, I mean, you've missed a lot from the short man, Kelvin Fnk, for entertainment, and you've also missed all the sporting updates. But you can also get a replay on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just look under your screen, you see our social media pages scrolling through, and make sure you grab a repeat of it. So that's bye for now. Kevin, what's up? What do you have for us?
What's your prediction for today's game?
Wow, I say 5-4 penalty shootout, Moroccan win, and Kylian Mbappe to miss the 5th penalty for France.
Are you
sending Morocco to the final?
Are you basing that because I mean Morocco is the only African country now representing the whole African continent, or you just look? Okay, let's put this into consideration. Looking at how technical these guys have been from the beginning of the tournament till now, do you feel? Let's not be let's not be too emotional about it. On a more technical level.
I'm not being emotional. I mean, they have not considered any goal so far in the tournament.
Right.
They won 2-1 against Belgium, but that was an own goal. No team has scored them. There was a penalty shootout against Spain, and Spain missed all 3 penalties. 2 of them were saved by Bono, and one of them miraculously was missed. So they are still here to concede, and you don't. That doesn't come from luck. You don't play football with strong defense and you say it's luck. No, they've had only 9 shots on target. Against them, and they've played Belgium, they've played Croatia, they've played Spain, they've played Portugal. There were Ronaldos, there were Gavis, there were Asensio's, Moratas, there were Lukaku's. None of those top strikers, elite top Champions League playing strikers who score against Morocco. It's not luck. They are blessed. The African spirit is behind them. It's our time. I mean,
so basically, as he said, everybody's energy right now in the continent of Africa is towards the Morocco team, and we'll see how they pan.
Wish them well.
Wish them well. Okay, guys. As Ray made mention early on, if you're just logging on, you've kind of missed basically everything: EP Xtra and Sports Therapy. But you can have a replay on our various social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube is EP TV Africa. We'll be back on Friday. We hope that Friday it will be a jubilation.
I go wear my Moroccan jersey come on Friday.
Once again, my name is Kelvin Fnk.
And I'm Ray Benson.
And I want to say a very big thank you to our colleague Irene Parks. You saw earlier on the streets asking a cross-section of Ghanaians about the whole Ghana borrowing situation, and also to the entire crew that put up today's program together. We'll see you guys on Friday. When it comes to trending stories in the world of entertainment, you need an authentic platform to keep you updated.
That's where we come in with EP Xtra on EP Radio TV.
On EPS, we'll bring you the most informative and interesting stories in the world of entertainment.
Coupled with the general public opinion on trending issues, we'll also bring you podcasts on social media.
A segment on EP Extra which highlights on social media trends for the day. So join me, Kelvin Fnk.
And me, Irene Pax. With me, your hot gossip.
At this time, live on EP Radio TV Africa. Follow us on our various social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
EP Extra, your infotainment hub.
Welcome to Sports Therapy. Sports Therapy is a sports and entertainment TV show that deals with previews and reviews from all sporting faculties, from football, basketball, tennis, and boxing. I won't be doing this alone because I have celebrity guests in the studios with me as we discuss their favorite teams and why they support those sporting faculties. This show is segmented into 3 different sections. The first segment delves deep into analysis of the sporting faculty for the day, after which we go to the streets to take the views of the people on their favorite teams and predictions. And we give results of the week just passed. The second segment has to do with the celebrity guest in Studio B.
So if we need a striker, I think we need someone else to replace Lacazette for us to get to where the game exactly is.
And the third segment has to do with the trivial games of knowledge.
Mayweather has stayed in the States for Boston, so I think he is the best.
Catch me live on this station from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. every Wednesday.
When it comes to trending stories in the world of entertainment, you need an authentic platform to keep you updated.
That's where we come in with EP Extra on EP Radio TV.
On EPS, we'll bring you the most informative and interesting stories in the world of entertainment.
Coupled with the general public opinion on trending issues, we'll also bring you podcasts on social media.
A segment on EP Extra which highlights on social media trends for the day. So join me, Kelvin Fnk.
And me, Irene Pax. With me, your hot gossip.
At this time, live on EP Radio TV Africa. Follow us on our various social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
EP Extra, your infotainment hub.
You are able, Jesus. 'Cause it's not a question of what you can do for me. The question is, what can I do for you, my Lord? It should never be a question of what he can do for you. The question is, what will you do for him? Is your Can you sit down? I bet most of you think we are not praying. But until we have an understanding of who God is, we'll keep pushing the door, and the door will not be open. It's not a question of what he can do for you. The question is, what will you do for him? Is your Lord. It's not a question of what he can do for you. The question is, what will you do for him?
It's not a question of what he can do for you. The question is, what will you give to him? Is your love. And that is why I want to see his face. I want to know his ways. I want to touch his grace so I can live his days. I need to see him. I need to see him. You need to see his face. You need to know his ways. You need to touch his grace so you can live his days. You need to see him. You need to see him. You need to see his face. You need to know his ways. You need to touch his grace so you can live his days. You need to see him. You need to see him. In Exodus 34, when Moses saw the Lord, he asked that the Lord will reveal himself. Guess what Moses did after seeing the Lord? Can you take a wild guess? Moses said, I want to see you. And the Lord said, I will pass. I'll cover you, but I'll pass by so you see. And then the Lord did. And in verse 8, Moses, after seeing the Lord, did one thing. He stood in the gap. If you can put it up, what did he do? He stood in the gap. After touching the grace of God and the favor of God, he said to the Lord, if I can find favor before you, can you help these stiff-necked people? He didn't see the Lord for himself. He didn't see the Lord for his benefits, for what he will gather. He saw the Lord and he started to intercede immediately. Lord, save us. We are stiff-necked. We don't hear. But I know if I find favor with you, you can change this mess. So how you know you behold the Lord is how much you want to pray. Not necessarily for your enemies, not necessarily for your own problems, but for problems that are not yours. And every time you pray for things that are not yours, yours will be sorted out. You don't even need to bother about it. So it needs to go beyond what you want. To what God wants. So on that chair where you are seated, close your eyes. Think again. Why do you need to see him? Why do you need to know him? If it is for your selfish gain, it will be long. But if you change the narrative and you start to chase what he's chasing, you'll have what you're looking for. It's not hard. is just a change of perspective. A change of perspective. And every time we pray, that change occurs. And that's why I say, pierce through me, cut through me, open me up, do your surgical work in me till I see like you see. Pierce through me, cut through me, open me up, do your surgical work in me till I see like you see. Pierce through us, cut through us, open us up, do your surgical work in us until we see like you see. Pierce through us, cut through us, open us up, do your surgical work in us until we see like you see. Take away every spiritual glaucoma. We need to see. We don't want to see men like trees. We need to see. We don't want to see men like trees. Oh, we need to see. We need to see you. We need to see you. Pierce through us, cut through us, open us up, do your surgical work in us till we see like you see. Can you make that your prayer? Tell him, pierce through me, pierce through me, open me up, say pierce through me, God, pierce through me, cut through me, open me up, do your surgical work in me till I see like you see. Say pierce through me, God, tell him, it's as simple as that. I see. Tell him, make him say, pierce through me, God. Cut through me. Open me up. In me till I see. Say, pierce through me, God. You need to see like he sees. You need to hear like he hears. You need to feel like he feels. You need to know like he knows. We need to see like he sees. till it pierces through us, God. Oh. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Father, wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Jesus, wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Father, wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Take us to the place, Lord, to that secret place where we can be with you, and you can make us like you. We say, wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Take us to this, Lord, to the secret place where we can be with you. We can be with you. You can make us like you. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms, Jesus, 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 Jesus. We say, take us to the place, Lord, to the secret place, Lord, where we can be with you, and you can make us like you. Say, wrap me in your arms. Wrap me in your arms. Wrap me in your arms. Take us to the place, Lord, to the secret place where we can be with you, and you can make us like. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. I say, take us to the place, Lord, to the secret place where we can be with you, and you can make us like you. We say, wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. Wrap us in your arms. So he said, draw us